Howdy people of YouTube, it's Craig with My Changes Here, here for our newest installment of the video. I want to thank anybody that's watching. I want to thank anybody that's a new viewer. Today we're going to be talking about something that was actually really devastating, and that's the earthquake in Nepal. That is, it's a tough thing to hear about when you hear such a natural disaster that's taking such a death toll to that point. I think the death total, when I looked earlier today, was up to almost 1,500. And that's 1,500 people are no longer on this earth because of a natural disaster. It's pretty serious. Definitely makes you kind of sit back and consider what you're doing. Kind of shows you how not in control we are of certain aspects of our lives. Earthquake could suddenly hit Everett, Washington, and wipe me out, and there's nothing I could do about it. But that's, unfortunately, it's some of the ways that the Earth works, and it's cruel and it's terrible. And my thoughts and prayers go out to the people of Nepal, because that is very tragic to hear about. Kind of wanted to branch from that and kind of talk about valuing what you have. A lot of us take for granted every day the fact that we have clean running water, a heated or a cooled home, a roof over our head in general. All of that. It's huge, and there is poverty, and there is people in the great country of the United States of America that are suffering too. I just went and did the American thing and went down to the local teriyaki joint and swiped my debit card and exchanged currency that way, gave somebody money, and had a warm meal placed in front of me. While I'm walking back home, a gentleman rides by me on a bike, asks, hey man, you got a dollar or two you could spare so I can get some food? And I like to go out and most of the time make a difference, especially in our homeless community. Other ways, I like to serve food in homeless shelters and stuff like that. I generally don't like to hand out money or anything like that, because I think that a lot of times it can be used for a lot of the wrong reasons, and I don't want to be supporting somebody's coping mechanism of drug use or alcohol or whatever it is. I don't want to be supporting that and funding it. But I had ordered, 2 things of teriyaki, and I gave the guy one of them, and he had a big old grin on his face and sent him smiling. So really, a lot of us are very, very privileged individuals, and if you're watching this, you're one of those people. If you have the ability to be on the internet, to be watching on your computer, your phone, whatever it is, you are a privileged individual, and you're blessed with a whole world of opportunities that in other parts of this world they couldn't even imagine. There's literally parts of the world where I don't want to steal too much of this from the Joe Rogan Experience, but they were talking about how there's parts of the world where they live in literally a post-apocalyptic type world, and it's true. There's places in this world where they live every day, day to day, in fear. For how am I going to get food for my family? How am I going to get water for my family? Is my family going to get blown up or shot at today? That's terrible. It's absolutely awful. And there's things that we can do here on the home front to make a difference. There's all sorts of organizations you can get involved with to donate your time and your support. I personally, I don't jump on the bandwagon for the late night commercials that are, oh yeah, send $3 a month and feed this kid. Not really a big supporter of that, for a lot of the same reasons that I don't give homeless people money. I don't know how much of that money I'm giving is actually going to making a difference. Okay, I don't know how it is. I can go all day without sneezing, and the second this camera comes on, I have to sneeze. That blows my mind. But back on topic here. You know, the world works in crazy ways, and a lot of us were blessed with the ability to you know, wake up without fear, to wake up in a bed, and you know, we are very blessed in that aspect. But we do also, like I said before, God, this is ridiculous. We also have a lot of work to do in our country as well, to make sure that the people of our country are taken care of, because the poverty line is moving and people are becoming homeless. People are getting pushed to the streets. People who need health care are having problems getting it, even though it's now universal and everybody is required to have it. That still doesn't mean everybody can have it. You know, a lot of the ideas behind Obamacare and that whole concept of universal health care. I think universal health care is a great idea. I think everybody that wants to get medical treatment should have the ability to. I don't think it was done correct. I don't think that Obamacare was the answer to that. But that's not really on topic. What I was trying to say is, you know, there is people in our country suffering. You know, we didn't just encounter an earthquake that, you know, destroyed, you know, all of these ancient relics and these holy places that have been there, I think, since like the 1850s. You know, we didn't experience that. We don't have 1,500 people that just died like that because of an earthquake. But we do have things that are slowly starting to hinder our country, and I think it's going to start becoming more and more relevant that we're heading in a bad direction. With the earthquake, that's what's frustrating, because there's realistically, besides nobody living in that area, there's like vacating anywhere that's near a fault line in the world. Besides that, there's realistically nothing that you can do to prepare for something like that. I mean, an earthquake hits, you know, Yellowstone blows, any of that. There's no control we have over that, stuff like that, and it will affect so many people's lives when stuff like that happens. And it's almost frustrating as a human to see, you know, damn, there's nothing we could have done about that, and there's thousands and thousands of people affected by it. One of the big things that, as a healthcare provider, one of the things that frustrates me is seeing the aftermath in Nepal, and seeing that these people, their healthcare system on an average day is already very taxed. They already are, you know, struggling to treat the amount of people that need healthcare, and then to have something like this happen. Seeing some of the images and the videos of people being treated, you know, out on the streets for injuries and stuff like that, it's terrible, because I know in the lovely U.S., you know, something like that happens, there's relief efforts, there's all sorts of things that are going to come into play to make sure that everybody's taken care of. And in Nepal, it's not that way. You know, it's scary. There's a lot of people that are suffering and that are kind of waiting for help. I don't know what the game plan is for aid or anything like that. I haven't really looked into it, but yeah, it is terrifying to hear about something like that. And I hope the people like us that weren't affected by that won't just see it in the news and go on Twitter really quick and tweet about it and be like, oh, praying for Nepal. Like, I hope that it will actually legitimately impact you and make you kind of consider, you know, what am I doing to live life to the fullest at this very moment? Because, like I said, something like that could happen here. It could happen right in your neighborhood, and then all of a sudden it's game over. And, you know, if you've lived, for me, my 19 years of existence, hopefully those 19 years were well spent, and that I lived everything I could do to the fullest. Um, I do want to, like I said before, I want to send my thoughts, my prayers out to Nepal, but I also want the people here who are not affected by it to really have it register. Think about all of the things that you have in your life that you take for granted. One thing that I do, might sound a little weird, but in my wallet, God damn. This is getting violent now. In my wallet, I have a little rock. I don't know if you can see that, just a little stone. I carry it with me. Every time I pull out my wallet, and every time I sit down, I can feel the damn thing poke me in the butt cheek. I don't know what's going on. I got nothing. No explanation. But, back to the rock. This little thing right here, it sits in my wallet, and every time I feel it, I see it, I sense it, I think about it, I take a moment, and I think about 3 things that I'm appreciative for. They don't have to be extreme, they don't have to be, I'm appreciative for the people that interact. It doesn't have to be super deep. It can be something as simple as I'm appreciative for having a wallet, having a shirt on my back. I'm appreciative for, it's weird some of the things you'll come up with. The reason why I said the debit card transaction thing when I went and got food today is because when I went to get food, pulled my debit card out of my wallet, and I felt the rock, and I thought about it, and I was like, in other parts of the country, or other parts of the world, they don't even have paper money. They have to trade and barter, which isn't always terrible. That's not always a bad thing, but they have to use valuable minerals, beads, goods to trade. Here, I have a piece of plastic that I hand to somebody. They swipe on a machine, and it gives them money out of my bank account and puts it into theirs. You know how insane that is? So it's weird to think some of the things you'll come up with that you're appreciative for, but it makes you start to kind of realize all of the great things that you have going on, and it all ties back into that positive mindset. Once you start thinking about the things you're appreciative for, you start realizing all of the things that you take for granted. You start thinking a lot more positively about things. Once you start thinking about, I'm appreciative for the shitty little apartment I live in. It's, at least it's housing, and I got a roof over my head. I'm appreciative over that. And every time you put your key in the lock and you walk in the door, it slowly starts turning from, here's my shit little apartment, to, at least there's a roof over my head, man. At least there's a sink in here. Like, I got a bed. But you start to realize what you're thankful for. So, that's about all I got for today. I wanted to kind of reach out and kind of comment on what's going on in Nepal, and I'll be posting probably tomorrow a little bit of an update on what's going on, just because that is, it's a tragic thing, and I think that if I can kind of throw my little spin on it and not make it so news oriented, that maybe a few more people can get the information and learn a little bit more. So yeah. As always, you can follow me at Twitter, on Twitter, at MyChangesHere. You can look me up on Facebook. I'll throw up some links for both of those, either in the beginning or the end of the video. Who knows where they'll fall in. But yeah, if you like what you heard, or even if you dislike it, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, throw a comment. And everybody be sending your thoughts and your prayers to Nepal, and really be conscious of what you got going on in your life and what you have to be thankful for. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and mow down on my teriyaki as a fat spoiled American. So all of you folks have a great night, and as usual, put your best foot forward tomorrow, make it a positive day, and see what you can do with it. Take the next 24 hours to make a difference, and try and figure out what you are thankful for. If you're watching this, or if you've seen anything on my Twitter, at the end of next week, I'm going to do a surprise giveaway to anybody who comments on any of the videos. It's a surprise giveaway. It's nothing huge. I'm not going out and spending tons of money, but it is a giveaway, and it's something. It's pretty cool. So go ahead and throw a comment down below and get your name entered in the drawing. So far, I've had one person do it, so your odds are pretty good at this point. And something maybe that'll get you down into the comment section. Post 3 things that you're appreciative of or that you're thankful for, and just get the conversation going. Alright, YouTube, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys all have a great rest of your evening, and take care.